It was recently the 2-year anniversary of a fantastic game called Control, so I'm going to celebrate the occasion by talking about one of the things it utilized best, in my opinion: sound. There are a lot of really well done things in Control, from its world building to physics and attention to detail to the fun characters. It also has really great and memorable level design, and I think if you asked players which part of Control they liked the best, they would say it was the Ashtray Maze, a level that twists and shifts like something straight out of the movie Inception. It's definitely really cool, and I think what makes it even more impactful is that unlike your normal subdued and ambient soundtrack you get throughout the game, a thrilling metal song starts playing. It gets you pumped up and energized for this exciting and gravity-defying maze, and I was honestly left gasping in delight the first time I experienced it. Would the Ashtray Maze be awesome without the rockin' music? Yeah, but the music is one thing that makes it stand out and shock you even more, like a loop-de-loop on a roller coaster you didn't know was coming. And this level is only one example of a few unexpected song choices that Control makes, I'll note. There's also the Finnish tango and a 70s glam rock cover that hits you out of nowhere. But I want to move forward so we can keep this as brief as possible. Because we all know that music has great power to set the tone of a scene, and it's not only the fascinating soundtrack of Control where its use of sound shines. In Control, you fight a mysterious entity known as the Hiss, and if you've played the game, you know that the Hiss can be loud. They screech and roar and leave their victims of possession chanting dark words over and over again. It's eerie to enter a room in the game that is filled with a chorus of voices echoing phrases you can't fully make out, or to be suddenly attacked by a creature like the Astral Spikes that scream and buzz as they chase you relentlessly. In this game, sound is often darkness, or at least it signals the presence of darkness. And you could argue, Emma, you could say that about any game with loud enemies or spooky noises. But Control is different. Because Control lets us see the complete other side of the coin, we don't just have dark noise, but silent light. And interestingly enough, this isn't shown just through tranquil music or any other hush in the environment, but through a character. There is a bodiless, voiceless character in the game known as Polaris, who almost serves as a sidekick of sorts. She guides the player through glimmers of light and speaks to the heroine Jessie mentally. But like I said, Polaris has no voice. We never hear what Polaris says to Jessie, and perhaps she doesn't even communicate via sound, but more through inspiration. Here's the dichotomy. Polaris is a friend and protector, while the Hiss is an enemy and corrupter. And Polaris is silent, while the Hiss just won't shut up. Again, it's where the game makes a subtle show of how in this world you can follow the clues of silent versus loud to the subsequent light versus dark. And that's the simple way sound becomes very powerful in Control when you think about it. It doesn't just set the tone or keep you entertained, but it shows a contrast between different types of paranormal entities, and thus lets you know what you can trust or not. All by not giving a character a voice when you're surrounded by speaking. Very simple, but very effective, I think, and not something you find very often. This entire game is filled with fascinating concepts and symbolism, and this is just one of my favorite places where it's found, so I wanted to talk about it briefly with you guys today. If you've played Control, I'd love if you shared your favorite parts of it with me in the comments as we celebrate this 2-year anniversary, and if you haven't played it yet, you really should check it out. It's not perfect by any means, but it's filled with creativity and wonder, and it's a really great experience. Thanks for watching, I hope you found the video interesting, and I hope you'll have a very groovy day.